Hello, everyone in the wooden boat class on building a crystal sea chest. So I get a lot of questions about setting up a shop and setting up a workspace, and I have a lot of students in the classes who aren't used to setting themselves up in an efficient way. And I think where this comes from is a lot of us maybe had relatives who were a handyman type of person. I had a grandfather that was that way. And it seems like people would set up what they called shops, workshops, in a different way than a woodworker or a cabinet maker would do that. And they didn't really set it up in a way that was conducive to joinery, especially with hand tools. And what that looked like in my case, and a lot of cases that I've seen, was someone would take and hang tools all over the wall, maybe have like pegboards, and they'd have like little outlines of tools and stuff. And so what you'd have is just stuff hanging everywhere, and like, verbal or visual garbage, like in every direction you looked, and very little clear, uncluttered space that you could sort of do your work on. And so I just want to show you how I set up a space for working with hand tools. And, it's very simple. And I'll show you, here what I've got. Basically, a workbench, a solid, sturdy workbench with a couple of good vices on it. There's a bunch of different kinds, but I like these kind of European kinds. And what these workbenches are for is just holding the work and working on it. Not for piling tools, not for putting your lunch, not for putting all this other stuff that'll get in your way and maybe mar your work and confuse you. And some of this work is a little confusing in the beginning. And then, then people ask, well, where do the tools go, the tools I'm using? Well, I have a tool chest that I put my tools in, and I take a tool out and I put it back in. And what I do is, tool chest is on casters, so I just orient it so that it's the most comfortable to me wherever I'm working, so I can just, tools go in and out. So the same way that you'd use a tool, drop it on the bench, I use a tool and then drop it in the tool chest. And so let's take a look at what this tool, and this is about where I have it, if I was working at this vise, it would be handy right here. I don't even have to take a step to have tools in and out. If I'm working at this vise here, don't have to take a step, it's right there. But let me crank it over here for you so you can see what's in it. And this is a tool chest course, so it kind of, makes sense, or a sea chest course, a chest, right? So this is a chest for tools. I've got a turning saw here, some small tools on top, some kind of loose tools on top. You can't exactly see it, but anyway, I've got all these trays slide back and forth. I've got a saw till here. I have, a bunch of narrow trays. On the very bottom of the box, I've got planes. The whole bottom has a leather cover, and then there's, hand planes on the bottom. There's chisels on the front here, as you can see. And so the most amount of tools I'll ever take out at once would be like, I would take a leather packet of chisels, and, and have that there. So like that and a mallet would be the most amount of tools I'd have on my bench at one time. And that just keeps things uncluttered and keeps things easy to work with. And it makes it so that you're not like and if it slows you down a little bit to put the tools back and forth, that can be a really good thing, especially as you're learning new techniques, learning new skills. Slowing down a little bit can actually make everything work well. Anyway, so I'm going to continue with,